I love paying more taxes, said nobody ever. This is Alex Rivlin with eXp Realty here in Las Vegas, and I want to talk to you about taxes and real estate. Now, if you're in California or New York, Connecticut, Jersey, and many other states, not only do you have really high property taxes, they also have what we refer to as a step-up basis in taxes. In California, for instance, if somebody purchased a home for $600,000 20 years ago, and that home is now selling for $2 million, whatever they were paying in taxes based on their $600,000 purchase price and increases over the years doesn't apply when you go and buy that house for $2 million. You're going to get a whole new tax basis. So maybe they were paying $12,000 a year in taxes, and your taxes are now going to be $35,000 a year. Well, you may think that that happens everywhere, but it doesn't. And I work with a lot of buyers that are relocating from other states. I've had them from Georgia, and I have tons from California and many other places. And it's interesting when they come to me and they say, what are the taxes going to be on this home? And I say, oh, for this $900,000 home, you're looking at about $4,000 a year in taxes. It'll be part of the impound accounts with your mortgage, if you have a mortgage, of course, and it will result in about a $330 a month collection to your impound account. And they look at me and they say, I know that's what's being paid, but what is going to be paid? Because I know that person bought the house at $400,000, but I'm buying it at $900,000. So what are my taxes actually going to calculate out to? Have you figured that out yet? And I say, no, they're actually going to be at that same $4,000. And their mind is kind of blown that there is no step-up basis in taxes here in Clark County. What that means is the way taxes are calculated here in Las Vegas in Clark County is based on the assessed value of the home when it was built. There is an assessed value of the land, and there's an assessed value of the improvements on top of the land, effectively the house, maybe a casita, anything along those lines. What they do from there is the land is appreciating every year while the improvements are depreciating. Now, generally speaking, it is still going to go up overall every year. However, there are two different tax caps that also apply. If it is a primary residence for you, then a 3% tax cap applies. So if the taxes were hypothetically $4,000, the maximum they will go to on a year-over-year basis is $4,120. Now, they may not go up the 3%. There are years that they've gone up less than 3% based on inflation and however the county actually pulls their algorithm together. As a matter of fact, there's actually been years that they've gone down a little bit where there has been some sort of correction in the economy. Now, there's also a second tax cap, and that tax cap is 8%. And that 8% is based on homes that are either second residences or rental properties. So if you're an investor or have a second home, it can go up as much as 8%. Now, again, it may not go up 8%. However, it can go up 8%. So on a $4,000 tax bill, it would go up $320, and the $4,320 is what would be that particular case. Now, when somebody else buys the house, regardless if that house is the same price, double the price, or even 5 times the price, they are going to pick up the taxes based on where the prior owner left off. So if it was a second residence and the taxes have gone up to $4,320, you're going to take it over at $4,320. And if it's a primary residence to you, then it can go up as much as 3% per year after that. The assessed value is still assessed based on the original purchase price of the home, with a calculation of appreciation and depreciation not correlated with the market value or purchase price. Now, you may look at two homes that are adjacent to each other, literally one community here and one community here, and the first community was, say, built in 2005. And you're looking at a home there, and it's $900,000, and the taxes are $4,000. And the other community was a recently built community that was just built in 2021. And you're looking at a $900,000 home there, and the taxes are $9,000. Well, why is that? because the assessed value at the time of purchase. The first home, again, was purchased at $400,000. The second home was purchased at $900,000. So the taxes are based on the original purchase price from when it was purchased and going up based on that 3% or 8% maximum on a year-over-year basis. And the even better news as we wrap this all up is that our property taxes are dramatically lower than many other places in the entire nation. And the extra benefit is that you get to take them over at that current taxes, as we've been talking about, and not have them reassessed based on your purchase price. That's huge. My theory is that I know how to spend my money better than anyone else. No, except my kids or girlfriend, of course. So keeping it in my pocket is key. Again, this is Alex Rivlin. If I can answer any more questions for you about real estate or anything else here in the Las Vegas area, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. My information is below in the description, and I would love to hear from you. Also, please comment or ask questions here in the comments so other people can see what you may be asking and I could answer it and other people could see that as well. And if you're so compelled, subscribe or follow me. I would love to hear more from you and have you see more of my videos and information that I provide. Thanks so much for viewing.